This model review is of the Revell Huey helicopter, known as the Huey Hog, and it is 1/48 scale. Shows you the finished product here as well as the size. Looks like a relatively simple model. Another picture of the finished product. Looks like a fair level of detail. This one I actually bought online, and unfortunately has already been started. Fair amount of surface detail here, but there definitely are some mold lines as well as flashing. Here on the other side we've already had the glass put in. Unfortunately we'll have to try and rescue that. But you can see all these rivet lines. These are all raised lines. Somebody has restarted the cockpit. I knew this when I bought it. They did say that it was a already started model. We have our two pilots in here, instrument panel. This will all need to be taken down and redone. And then our seating area. Here we have our side doors and a few other remaining parts, but there's a lot of flashing here, as you can see. Some of these parts are embedded in flashing and will need to be cut out and sanded down. Here's our nose with the gun area. Here's our landing skid, a few other parts. Here are our rockets, rocket tubes, part of the landing skid. Here we have the belt for the machine gun, which unfortunately also has some flashing that will need to be removed, and some engine parts. So we have two rotors that come with this, with some surface details molded on, and this part here has already had the glass put in, unfortunately, and so we'll see if we can salvage that. We do have some unused glass for the windshield and side windows. They've also put the engine together, which strangely enough actually has a fair amount of surface detail, but it was not very well put together, so it'll need to get cut open and redone. And a lot of flashing here on these parts. This is the glass for the lower portion of the nose. Our little winglets for the back. And our other parts for the main rotor. So here's our instrument panel and our decals. There's some decent decals there, well printed. Let's have a look here. This is originally by Monogram, and Revell took them over. Let's start off with number one, which is the cockpit, which has already been started. Next is to put together the engine and the rotor, main rotor assembly. Then the fuselage goes together. The remaining portions of the fuselage, including the winglets, the side doors and the nose. Putting together the underside of the cockpit. Then the landing skid as well as the weapons system. And an optional grenade launcher. Then we have some the painting guide and the decal guide. So that looks like a relatively simple model with some details, but it's already been started, so we may have to salvage this kit.